Hello, and welcome to the next episode of the East Kentucky Works podcast. We are brought to you by Eastern Kentucky Concentrated Employment Program, and I am one of your hosts, Jennifer Breeze.
And I'm your other host, Jason Kaiser.
Hey, Jacelyn. We have a lot of guests today. This, I think, is the first time
Yes.
we've had 5 on the screen, so that's pretty fun. We have people coming to us today from EKCEP and also from the University of the Cumberlands, the Center for Professional Development. And so let's just go ahead and dive in. Dottie, would you introduce yourself, please? And tell us
Yes,
what you do.
my name is Donnie Grimes, and I'm the CEO of the Center for Professional Development at the University of Cumberlands. And I work on creating courses to prepare people for careers.
Awesome. And Linda Chen, would you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm the business specialist here at the center.
Hi, Linda. And then we also have Dottie Nolan with us.
Hello, good morning. I'm Dottie Nolan with Eastern Kentucky CEP, and I'm the training coordinator. All right, also, let's set the stage. EKCEP is always looking for innovative ways to help job seekers. So, what was the need that you guys were seeing in the community that sparked the idea for these new certification courses?
Our understanding is that these were not like off the shelf types of programs that you just kind of pulled a curriculum that was in existence and used it, right? Like you developed these specifically for working with EKCEP. Is that right? And what was that collaboration like from the beginning?
EKCEP and the center share common missions and visions. So our partnership was really a natural fit from the beginning. Our relationship began over a few phone conversations about the types of services that the center provides and how they match with the needs of EKCEP. EKCEP saw value in the fact that we really use cutting edge technology to create our courses, and we set the bar really high on quality. And EKCEP also liked that we brought expertise to the table in delivering courses in an online format that was really friendly for working adults, where they could work on these courses from anywhere at any time. You're absolutely correct, Jen, that EKCEP did not want off-the-shelf products. Neither EKCEP or the Center for Professional Development believe in a one-size-fits-all training model. On each project, we work very closely together to create a set of objectives and outcomes. And we work together as we develop the course to meet those outcomes. And these outcomes are targeted to a specific audience. So if you buy a training module off the shelf, then you wouldn't get that individual approach that we so desire to have that leads to better outcomes.
That's really cool. So unique.
And just to add to that, the partnership was definitely necessary and is still necessary simply because, once again, of offering this opportunity to multiple people at multiple times. Whereas when I was just the trainer offering it, it was just me, and I couldn't be in 23 counties. I couldn't be in different parts of the state. Chris Ritchie and I had gone back and forth of how can we digitize this. We had many conversations. How can we make this format offer this to several people, several entities at one time? And this was discussed quite often. So I'm so glad that Bridget and Linda and Donnie kind of reached this place where they're like, hey, we can do this for you. Definitely. We love this. This is the type of thing that we all love. So I love it that we're all passionate about it. And I think that passion has made it work.
Couldn't agree more. I think that, again, we have the same mission, and that mission is really to help people and help our region. So it was really easy for us to create an agreement and a partnership, and I consider it a partnership. Yeah, we've loved working with EKCEP over the last year.
And it seems like, the virtual aspect is really exciting too, because EKCEP serves a pretty, you talked about a region, like it's a large region. Jason and I have to drive it a lot.
Yes.
And so the fact that it's virtual and it's asynchronous, like you can do this on your own time, on your own schedule, that I think that makes it a huge success too.
Absolutely. Well, y'all, what was the first training program? I know there are a few, but what was the first one that you guys designed, and how does that like work with all your other programs?
So I guess you want me to jump in here, Dottie, since I was here day one?
Yes, please. You and Linda both chime in.
Okay. So the first training program that we created was the customer service program. And the idea for this program evolved from EKCEP, and it came from EKCEP's need to train individuals for jobs in call centers. And when Bridget brought this idea to the table, I took the idea with its requirements and did a little bit of research. And after I did the research, I discovered that there was a national certification relating to this area called the Certified Customer Service Specialist. And what I wanted to do was to integrate this national certification into this training course. And the reason we wanted to do that was to increase the marketability of the people completing the course. So we quickly pivoted from the original idea to include additional information relating to this national certification. And the benefits for our students is that they not only get the skills they needed to be successful in the call center, but with that national certification, they'll typically make 15 to 20% more money. So they're more marketable, plus they make more money. And we were really excited to be able to deliver that to EKCEP.
Yeah, and that national certification, I assume would put somebody, I think feel like a lot of people want remote work, and so it's getting more and more competitive. So I feel like that certification must put job seekers kind of more at the top of the pile, like give them a leg up against other candidates. Is that right?
Absolutely. As an employer, I look for job certifications with that actually validates that they have the skills that I need. And I know of certain certifications that benefit me personally, and employers in that area know the certifications as well. And if an employee or if an applicant has those certifications, you're absolutely right. Their resume will be at the top of the stack. That gives them a huge leg up on their competition.
That is huge. So, let's talk about some of the different courses that we have available now. I know there's a financial literacy, there's the customer service we talked about, digital literacy, and work sense. Um, we talked about a little bit about the work sense and the soft skills already. Let's talk about the financial literacy course. When you say financial literacy, what specific skills would a person walk away with? Like, is it budgeting or understanding credit or banking basics? What kinds of things?
So, yes, everything that you've mentioned, and um, definitely along with basics of investment, debt management, financial planning, and a lot more.
And so, does this certification, is there a certification with the financial literacy also, or is that just the customer service?
So, for the four that we've partnered with EKCEP with, two of them has national certification attached to it, and then the other ones do not.
Okay, all right. But they can still put that on their resume that they've taken this course. And does that how would that help somebody that's entering the workforce?
Yeah, so by saying that they've completed this course through the Center for Professional Development, not only will they receive obviously the skill sets needed through the courses, but also a certificate of completion at the end. And this was something that Donnie actually mentioned. And um, before stepping into his current role, he was actually able to make it happen, which is providing 3 college credits for each of the courses. So wherever the individual ends up wanting to go, whichever path, if they're like, oh, well, I do want to go into education and I do want more college credit and potentially going through with that path, or if they want to take the certificate of completion and go out and find a job that is related within those skills.
And our goal, and I think it's collectively everyone here, our goal is for individuals to have self-sustainability, and independence. And part of that is understanding finances. So part of this partnership, part of the reason for this training, once again, is to have individuals who have sustainability and understand how their money can make more money for them, and once again, to be independent.
Awesome. We talked about customer service already a little bit, but there are customer facing roles everywhere. So what industries does the certification help a client stand out to an employer?
Well, the customer service training would help employees stand out in pretty much any industry that has customer service. I mean, whether it be retail, we originally developed this for call center, but it's much larger than that. People who take this course receive detailed instruction on soft skills, conflict management, habits that will make them successful in any workplace. And you take those skills, and that translates really to about any job. I think that training would help anyone in any position that has to deal with people. Because if you have to deal with people, then you have to have those soft skills. Invariably, you're going to have a customer that's not happy with something, so you have conflict management. Even working with coworkers, there's conflict, and the proper way to deal with that conflict is important. And those are the skills that we teach in that course.
That's so crucial. I'm going to jump in with just a personal story. When I was going through college, I was a waitress in a local, in a franchised restaurant, and um, had done really well there, and so they offered me a management position. And so was going through their management training, and they taught me those customer service skills, like how to handle a customer that's not happy. Um, and it was so scary. I remember the first time, like, approaching a mad customer, like, "Can I do this?" But I did. I just followed what they told me to do, and it worked out great. And I didn't stay in the restaurant industry. I went into education, but I was able to bring that exact skill into the classroom, and other teachers would call me the parent whisperer because I'd be able to sit in parent meetings and just totally diffuse the situation and make the parent feel seen and understood. So that's a skill that has followed me through my whole career, and I'm really glad that I learned it. Let's talk about the digital literacy. I feel like in this day and age, having digital literacy is kind of a must, in almost any role. Like, I can't. It's hard to think of a job where you're not going to be interacting with technology in some way. So, what's the main focus of this course, and what kind of skills will a person walk away with in the digital literacy?
Yeah, digital literacy has many different connotations depending on the audience. And what we wanted to do was create a course that was appropriate for someone with a very limited background in technology, and then provide them the rudimentary skills they would need to be successful in the workforce. So some of the topics that we covered were basic computer skills, and that might include operating systems like Windows or Mac OS, uh, file management, how to navigate application software. We also talked about how to use the internet effectively. And some of the topics that we addressed there were how to search for information efficiently, and then also evaluate sources, because as we know, a lot of the things that we find on the internet is just not true. So you have to determine, what is true and what is not true. We talked about how to use email and web browsers and cloud-based applications. And we also talked about how to how to stay safe online, the fundamentals of cybersecurity. Third, we wanted to develop workforce ready skills. And this included learning tools like spreadsheets and video conferencing, collaboration tools like we're using today, and understanding digital communication etiquette, because it's its own field. Etiquette online is definitely something that has to be taught. Fourth, we talked about digital citizenship and recognizing issues like cyberbullying and misinformation that could be spread. We taught how to be respectful and responsible online, and how to participate in digital communities constructively. And then finally, technology is ever evolving. We stress the importance of being a lifelong learner in a technology driven society and staying current with emerging tools like artificial intelligence and automation and remote work platforms. So basically, it was a lot of different topics, and we're happy with the breadth of the topics introduced in the workshop, and we feel like that gives a person with very limited experience the foundation they need to be productive.
If there's an employer out there that's listening right now, what should they know about, candidates who come to them with these certifications from EKCEP and the Center for Professional Development or the University of the Cumberlands?
I would tell an employer listening right now that if someone applies for a job and they have a certification on their resume from EKCEP through our partnership, or the University of Cumberlands, or the Center for Professional Development at the University of Cumberlands, they are getting job ready skills. It is not one of those things that you go log in and 5 minutes later it prints off a certification, a certificate of completion, and you really got nothing from it. They will absolutely get skills that will help them be productive for that company. And I would ask any HR director out there who happens to be listening, pay close attention to those people and give them at least an interview, because I think those people will be assets to those companies.
They come to you with the portfolio and they have these certificates of completion printed off. Please listen to them, because the skills that they have learned through these trainings is going to help you with retention rate, with advancement rate, with productivity.
Awesome. So, what is next for this partnership? Are there any plans to expand the course offerings or anything else in the works?
There's a lot of work to be done in Eastern Kentucky, and no one entity can do everything by themselves. In my opinion, good partnerships are critical to making a meaningful impact. And I can tell you that EKCEP has been an excellent partner for the Center of Professional Development. And we hope and look forward to continuing and expanding our relationship in the years to come. All the people at EKCEP are just really good people. And again, my heart is to help people in Eastern Kentucky. That's the whole purpose behind the Center for Professional Development, is to help people. EKCEP, same mission. So to me, it's sort of a match made in heaven.
So let's flip the coin then from an employee, job seeker's perspective. How can they access these courses? What do they have to do?
Walk into the Kentucky Career Center doors and they speak to one of our career advisors. And once again, through building a relationship with them and discussing with them some of their career aspirations, this is how they can access those courses. We've been given vouchers for individuals for our specific job seekers to access those courses within our EKCEP Kentucky Career Centers.
Meaning that they can take these courses at zero cost to them.
Yeah, zero cost, and I just think that's amazing.
If you're unemployed, underemployed, looking for a new job, please go to your Kentucky Career Center and just start a conversation with your career advisor, because these and so many more resources are available to you at no cost. And I just think that's the coolest thing ever.
Oh, Jen and I just want to give a huge thank you to Dottie from EKCEP, Linda Chen, and Donnie Grimes from the University of the Cumberlands, and the Center for Professional Development. To our listeners, you can find more information about these programs on our website at ekcep.org. That's all we're going to have for you guys today. If you're looking for a job, want to advance your career, if you're a business leader looking for skilled workers, EKCEP is here for you. You can find more information about EKCEP and all of our services, like I said, at ekcep.org, or visit your local Kentucky Career Center, and you'll find the links to everything that we mentioned today in the show notes. Have a great day, Eastern Kentucky, and let's get to work.